questions before turning to the audience. What I found really interesting about the movie was there's really a lot of different elements in it. It's a romantic comedy, but at the same time, it's a satire on the film industry, particularly commercials. So I wanted to ask you how the idea came about. The script was written by No Young, who was who wrote a few romantic comedies. Like Singles or 100 Pounds Beauty. At the same time, the movie really focuses a lot of attention on that satire of the industry. So how did that come about?
Yeah, like the script started like 7 years ago, and it started as a black comedy. And when I wrote it, Dr. Swarovski was the main character, and Bona and the Sungjae is a model in the video. And it's a story about them getting out of a video. It's like, I wanted to do a really funky kind of film, but nobody could understand. So it took 7 years, and as the year goes by, I get darker, and my anger gets up. So the film just getting darker and darker. So they got this, the production company got all these, like one of the top romantic comedy writers, and we had like, probably like around 6, and didn't work out, and lastly, No came in, and she turned it into romantic comedy. And still, even on the set, I was really confused whether I wasn't, because I'm, to be honest, I don't like romantic comedies. And I didn't want it to make romantic comedy, but it was a very struggle. So, I mean, I think you guys everybody could tell, there was toward the end, the movie seems like kind of changed the tone. So it was from like old element, like old script, everything's like, the script's been like around for a long time, and it was been changed so many times, so it has that old element mixed to it. And I still wanted to make it into black comedy kind of thing, making fun of everything, really like the society that I'm living in. And I still believe this film is still black comedy, because people, like what I'm trying to say with this film was, if you follow the direction, you'll get everything you want. So it's like making fun of the place that the Korea, my country, the society, kind of thing. Yeah. But no one got it.
You get it, right?
We got it.
Oh, thank you.
Another element in the movie that I found really successful was the soundtrack. There's a lot of layers about the soundtrack. So there's some Morricone here and there, Puccini, Bizet, so lots of different types of music. So I wanted to ask you about the choice of music and also your background. Do you have a background in music as well? Because I thought that covered quite a large territory.
Yeah, I used to be DJ, and I wanted to make, our concept was to make like B-rated, cheesy kind of film. And it was really hard because our industry is not used to making something cheesy. They want to make something like good, trying to look like Hollywood. So when I told my staff, like DP and my art director, let's make it cheesy, they didn't know how. So it took us like it was good for us because like we had a long time of prepping, because it was like, we had a problem with casting, blah, 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 and the investor wanted to change the script and all this stuff. And so at the time it was time that everybody got together watching B-rated, like American movies, the Hollywood, 70s films. So, yeah.
What about the casting choices that Lee Young, who was also in Couples, which we showed last year, which I thought was actually quite good in this. I hope I can do.
I mean, yeah, I think I can be honest now, because like, when the movie was playing, I was saying, my actress was the only choice that I had. Like, I really wanted to work with her, but wasn't. I wanted to work with another actress, actually, and it didn't happen. And I shouldn't say this, huh?
Don't turn off your recording.
We're not going to get you in trouble.
We
won't. It's like investor, the people who give me the money is I have to follow their direction, and I think it was a good choice because she brought really a lot to it. And the actress that I wanted to do, I'm not gonna mention the name, it would have been like darker. The dark black comedy, really dark. Everybody gonna get really angry at the movie. And turns out really well. And as the male character, the main character goes, he's not famous, a Korean actor. He's not famous. And there is like the really hot-looking Korean idol actor wanted to do this film, but I didn't want to do with them. And with Lee Si-young and everything, I wanted to make film really funny. So like black comedy or should I go comedy? I was really confused. But like, how am I gonna make, get audience to see it? Maybe I should just make them laugh. So I met with the Oh Jung-se, the main actor. He's supposed to play the Dr. Swarovski's role. But actually Dr. Swarovski was supposed to be played by Psy. I asked Psy to play it. He rejected it. If Psy played this Swarovski role, the Gangnam Style would have never happened because he probably was shooting my film, but it was a very historical movie. Thank God he turned it down and he became the world star. But anyway, the Oh Jung-se is supposed to play the Dr. Swarovski. Then like I had a drink with him and this guy's so funny. So maybe I should use him as the main character. So I told my investor and my production company that I'm gonna go with him. Everybody thought I was joking. And I thought it was funny because like he doesn't, I don't want to talk bad thing about it, but he doesn't look like star at all. So I thought that was funny. It's like the guy who doesn't look like a star playing a star. But no one thought that was funny at all. But anyway, and he did really well. She did really well. A lot of the stuff like slapping on the face, and it's all improv. In the script, there was only one line, like she's slapping him, and they just went off.
You mean they really slapped each
Yeah,
other?
they slapped each other for like 15 minutes. And we couldn't. I mean, everybody was laughing, and we forgot to. I forgot to cut. So like, he was getting his ass beat up.